But hold on to your shark survival kits, because we're just getting started. There's more. If you're not into the joys of spending time with your family, you can try your hands at the Dare Market this week. Because everybody's not always into the traditional type of Thanksgiving, hanging out with the family, bonding, talking about throwing up on your loved ones and all that. What if somebody would pay you to get a Kirkified tattoo for $500? Would you do it?
It depends on what you mean.
Well, you're in luck. At the Dare Market, you can slave away your dignity for a price.
The world just got a little bit darker with the new website called Dare Market. It's exactly this episode of Black Mirror where Rashida Jones is experiencing some kind of medical issue and needs treatment. And in order to pay for that treatment, her husband has to do humiliating things online for money. And if you remember, it ended absolutely horribly. And their slogan, dare anyone to do anything. So let's just take a look at some of this stuff. Dare you to call your ex like it's nothing. Dare you to do a haunted doll challenge. Now this stuff is really light right now, but look at the prices and payments for some of these things. $750 to make a Facebook sleeper agent. $222 to do a fake proposal in public. Now obviously some of these things are really stupid and light right now, but we all know things are going to get a lot darker, especially when people need money. So these people got paid to make this fake haunted doll challenge. I don't know why anyone would pay for this when they can get stuff like this for free on TikTok right now. But as people get bored with these small ideas, you can guarantee things are going to get a lot darker.
And I'm going to show you guys the website now so you guys can see it for yourself. And I'm going to tell you what the website is so you can go there yourself. But that is the interesting thing as anything. Everybody needs to get, there's always this mutual thing between users and payers. And you got to get people in it so then you can get more advanced. So I'm sure right now things are really stupid and light and people are probably, that's free promotion. Bro, did you know I just got paid $220 to make this dumb movie? Which is only going to get more people to go there, which is that's just free promotion. And eventually all those like really simple, dumb things are going to go away. And you're going to start seeing things like, would you drink your own urine? Would you eat your own poop? Will you pull out your 2 front teeth? Will you cut off your finger? And at some point, when things get worse and the economy gets worse and people need that $500, the Dare Market is here. So let me show you the website.
And it's not what I remember about Dare when I was in school.
Yeah, shout out to Ronald Reagan. So here we are. This is app.dare.market. You guys can go here. This is the website. We are here. If you go to the beginning website, it tells you right here, and then you click enter, and then you get into here. So this is a real website, and you can look at trending, what's newest, closing soon, because everything has a time limit before it expires. Fund My Dare. But right here, for somebody was paid $500 to get a Kirkified tattoo. And look how stupid these tattoos are. Like right there. And it was paid out for $505 USD. Now all of this conveniently is paid through cryptocurrency. Of course. And so this actually somebody got paid for that. And somebody got paid for spilling your best tea on your last 24 hours. Somebody got paid $69 for that. And right now, somebody can get paid $208 or 1 Sol, which is the Solana coin, for Thanksgiving confession. And that has 2 days left. But all of this is here. And people can do whatever they want. If you're willing. If you want some quick cash and need to get paid, all of this is here. And so this is a real place. This is a real market. This is free market at its climax.
And what that guy said, though, is true. Like, first of all, why are these people paying for this so they can just get this content anywhere online, including TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and all that? And secondly, how do you get paid? Well, like, let's say I make a video. How do I know I'm actually going to get paid? I ain't just cut off one of my fingers for no reason.
Well, how a lot of these things work, there's an escrow account. And of course, this is why just like anything, like I was saying earlier, you have to make simple things and then have validity, because word of mouth is the only way to have validity. So you have simple things. And I think who's paying for this are the people who are pushing the website. And so what they're doing is, and of course you have to have a crypto wallet, and that's easy to make. Anybody can make a crypto wallet. And what they're doing, I believe, like if I was to run this, and I'm not running this, all right, I have enough investigations going on.
Of course not.
What I would be doing is I would set up a bunch of these and I would be funding it. And they'd be really stupid like this at first. Things that anybody can do. But because people legitimately got paid, they're going to start telling their friends and people about the website. Like, no, for real, I got paid. And then their friends are going to come here and start doing it. And then more people are going to start coming and doing it. And this is just like funding. Like you're just investing into your website. And eventually you're going to get people to do larger things like $10,000 to cut off your finger. Or whatever and whatever. And of course, there's going to be still stupid things in the forefront, but eventually there's always going to be those really dark things on the bottom for large sums of money. And eventually it's going to get more and more and more and more. So I think at the back scenes, the people who are funding it and really paying it are the people who are pushing this for a future market. And then eventually, as more validity happens, like anything, it needs to be valid, they can up the ante. And people will when it's tight. If you need $5,000, today people will probably do a lot for $5,000. I mean, people do a lot for a lot less. I can only imagine what they would do for $5,000, $10,000. And then when what I think is going to happen, like if I was running this, eventually when it gets really popular, I make it a pay subscription like the Red Rooms. And then it's like, if you want to watch this really exclusive content, when it starts getting really dark, well, now you have to pay for membership. And then you can make it into a social media platform where people can do live chats, like the Black Mirror thing. And they can say, I'll give you $50 if you do this right now. And then, of course, the website would get like a 10% cut off of any contributions, but then you get an 80%.
So a third question I have is, how will they know that I didn't just AI generate me doing a fake proposal in public to some random stranger?
I could get into the weeds, which I might in a little bit, because I'm going to talk about Nano Banana Pro here pretty soon. There are tools which, if somebody had enough money to fund all this, let's say it was Meta or some big company, they have tools which they could probably verify a lot of things. And if it's live, that's even harder to fake. Like, let's say the big money things, it has to be live. And that is going to be really difficult at that point.
You could live record a screen. Like, I could live record my phone aiming at a computer screen of Sora AI.
No, like there's tools which social media platforms, like if it's a big money place like Google or Meta, they'll know the difference because there's artifacts and there's all kinds of things which only they would have tools to verify if this was legitimate or not. And it wouldn't be surprising to me that one large big company like Meta or something was doing this as an alternate form of social media. Because they would have the money to fund all this.
Yeah, but they already have all these videos. But they don't need more.
No, to get to
why would they pay money?
To get to the dark side. That's the stuff nobody has, and that would be exclusive.
Anybody can go on Google.
No, I'm saying
But
there's something different about live. Once you know you're watching people, like the Red Rooms, once you know people are doing this live, and then you can control it by your chat. People feel just like if watching a live stream. When your chat becomes interactive and you can control the scene by your chat, that's an interactive action. Drink your urine right now, and I'll give you $500 right now. Do it right now. And people will say, bro, did you see that live last night? And that's what everybody's going to chime in. It's like the Red Rooms. But anyways, the whole point I wanted to let people know is all that stuff is here now. Pretty soon, everybody's going to have access to the DARE market. And so that's what I was telling you. If you're not interested in Thanksgiving dinner and family things, you can always try out the DARE market.